Well, hello, good morning. Happy Saturday. I wanted to wish you all a happy Saturday on Saturday's Saturn's Day. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about Saturn. Um, Given that that is the day of the week it is, I got my black shirt on. This is my daily contribution to keeping in touch with what day it is and what the planetary hours might be and whatnot and what I should be focusing on. Um, Yeah. So this week I had a comment from somebody on one of my posts about, I think it was in the Seven Spheres in 7 Days group. It's a private group. It's not really publicly listed or anything. It's just for crazy crackheads who like to do a lot of magic in a short period of time and then watch their life fall apart. I know it sounds bad, but it's not nearly as bad in real life as it sounds. But it's it's fun to do once in a while. In fact, in a way, the thing I'm doing right now with these podcasts is tapping into planetary things, planetary energies on a daily basis in a ritual and progressive way on purpose to sort of integrate that energy into my life on a regular basis. So, it's a practice as much as it is a hobby. So yeah, what was I talking about? I don't even really recall. So a comment today, or not today, earlier this week on the Seven Spheres thing. Somebody said that I was the only author that they'd ever seen present the energies, I guess, the properties, the attributes of Saturn as something that you would go to expand anything. And they said that I was presenting it as if Saturn were an expansive energy. And that's not exactly what I did in Seven Spheres, but it's kind of close. But I understand why people would think that. That's not actually what I was doing, though. The energies of Saturn, the properties, the attributes, are such that it defines borders. It's the terminus, it's the ending, and it's the beginning of all things. When an idea passes through the sphere of Saturn, what it obtains, it's moving from the eighth sphere into the seventh sphere of Saturn. And as it passes into that, it receives its beginning and its end of its life cycle. Once it gets to the moon, it begins to wax into being. And once it reaches the end of its time and it starts to approach the end of our lives, for example, or if we have an idea that we're manifesting in our daily life and it's time for us to move on from that, as that begins to approach the deadline, things begin to wane and start to fall apart or fall into place so that it can be replaced, or fall into place so that you can be separated from that part of your life and move on. It's whether it's a job or a relationship or whatever, a car that you've bought that's finally on its last wheels. Whatever you might be dealing with, everything comes into your life and leaves your life in a similar pattern. But that end spot is the terminal spot. In terms of your kingdom, your sphere of influence, the limits of your sphere of influence are constantly changing throughout your lifetime. They expand and contract based on, like, I do some videos daily and people start to show up. People are watching right now. They weren't when I started, but people are expecting it. So my reach has been extended a little bit. The terminal point of how many people I can reach at any given time is greater because I am actually trying to reach out and I don't want to say touch people, but I'm touching you. Anyway, I'm sorry. The terminal points are not constant throughout our lives. It's set at birth, supposedly. But like anything else, when you petition a deity or the intelligence of a sphere, you're activating their the things that they influence in the material world. So in the seven spheres, when I say you go to Saturn to expand your boundaries, I'm saying you do a conjuration of Safkiel, the archangel that rules the intelligence of the energies of Saturn as they manifest in the material world, and ask him to extend your boundaries a little bit. Say, hey, I need to have a greater reach on this. My kingdom is too small. I'm getting cramped, and I need to expand the boundaries, you know. And as I'm expanding my boundaries, so also expand my responsibilities, my wisdom to deal with what comes with this expanded responsibility. Grant me that understanding that you also rule, you know, and show me how to do those things to manage this kingdom and this expansion at the new terminal point. You know, you're setting your boundary out further. You're not expanding necessarily. You're not filling up that land or that proper or that space that you're expanding into. You're just saying, okay, yesterday my reach ended here. Tomorrow I want it to end 5 feet further. You know, I want to be able to reach 50 more people, for example, on a podcast, or I want to I don't know, move up through the food chain at my job. Right now, I'm terminating at mid-level management, but I want to get into executive management. Please move the boundary or ceiling at my job up higher to another level. You know, that's what I'm talking about by expanding your kingdom. You're not necessarily asking for blessings or anything like that. You're just saying make the potential end point further out, and then you go to Jupiter and you ask Jupiter to fill up that space with the blessings and the benefic energies and whatever you want to call it, and Mars to protect it, and then you just take it down through the 7 spheres. So yeah, that's what Saturn is for. That's how you use the energies of Saturn to expand your kingdom. You're not saturnically manipulating things. You're just moving the endpoint further down the road. It's like kicking the can on a project. You know, it happens all the time. It's normal for that to happen. It's not against fate for you to go up and ask for it. And in fact, if you're a fatalist, if you believe that everything that you can influence in life has been set in stone from the moment of your birth, you wouldn't be going to the Archangel of Saturn and asking for an expansion of your kingdom if it wasn't your fate to do that. So think about that sometimes. You know, if you're really a fatalist, you might as well try everything and see if it works, because you're guaranteed to succeed at some things if fate's on your side. You know, if you really believe that, test it, prove it in a positive way, because there's ample evidence that everything is fated to be. So you might as well just try everything and see what happens, because you don't know what your fate is. You just sit there and wonder, you know, go to Saturn and ask for questions and guidance and help, that kind of thing. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Trying to keep these things short because everybody has things to do. Just so you know, going forward, 10 to 20 minutes is all I plan to do on these things in the mornings. I do want to do at least one a day, just to get used to talking to myself in a room and watching myself on a monitor, and then hoping that other people are enjoying it. I do have some exciting news coming up pretty soon about the Academia Hermetica. I hope to be doing the soft launch pretty soon. I'm not doing it yet, so don't get all excited, but things are coming together nicely there. I've got a few more courses in the pipeline. I need to contact a few more speakers about where they're at with things and make sure that they're getting things set up properly. But yes, we should make our targeted launch date of sometime before January. We're aiming for like the 15th, but we'll see how it works. Anyway, thanks for your time. Have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your time off if you have time off, and if you don't, enjoy your time wherever you're at, because you might as well. You're going to be there anyway. All right. Take care, guys.